After being stuck in traffic, I got myself to the photo shoot. But Ari wasn't there, and the shoot was wrapped up and in the process of breaking down the set. I found an impish middle-aged man in a tailored suit and short white blonde hair. He was looking over a few photos, rather pleased with his work. "Hey," I called. The man seemed startled at first, then gave me a glare.
"What do you want, Wolf?"
"I'm looking for one of mine."
"Yours? Are you sure about that?"
The man snickered. I stood straight, emphasizing my height, looking impatiently down at the imp, half my size. The little man grinned. Deciding that he wanted to share his work, he crooked his finger and beckoned me closer. I obliged. The 3 photos on the table were of Ari.
"Take a look.
He pointed at the one on the left.
This one I asked her to think of her happiest moment."
Ari's smile was tentative, but there was a light in her eyes. He pointed to one in the middle.
"This one I asked her to think of being kissed."
She was blushing, and there was a subtle change in the expression, almost intimate. I picked that one up for a closer look.
"Ah, but it's this one."
The man tapped his finger on the last print. It was facing down.
"This one was the money shot."
The man said greedily.
"The halfling's tears will fetch a high price in the underworld. This is the perfect ad, and I suppose I have you to thank for that."
"What are you implying?"
"I asked her to picture her happy ever after. She thought of you."
Something about this irritated me. I felt a rumble in my own chest, but I didn't know why I'd be angry at the insinuation. Ari wasn't anyone special to me, just some powerful being that I was supposed to keep safe and bring back to the pack.
"It's funny, you trying to claim her after you kicked her out."
The imp was slowing me down. Maybe intimidation would speed things up. So I growled and ripped the photo from the man's hands and crumpled it. He only laughed.
"That's just the print, idiot. I've got the original."
I knew that. "Where is she?" I asked, letting my impatience show in my voice. The imp laughed. He jabbed a finger at me.
"I'll tell you what. I'll give you a free ticket to the Gala. You can see her there."
He pulled out a ticket and handed it to me.
"Not that you can afford even a hair clipping, but at least you can say goodbye."
I took the ticket and left. Unfortunately, Ari's scent disappeared at the street. She took a car somewhere. I sighed. How was I supposed to find her before the Gala? Here I thought I was saving her from the pack. Who knew the world out here was worse? I kept driving up and down the street where her scent lingered, but no luck. I needed to collect my thoughts. I headed back to the apartment.
I was tired. The last week had been so much work. I had done enough physical labour back at the manor, but it was a different kind of burnout after hours of posing and smiling in tight dresses. After a soak, I made myself some tea. I had been in this new place 12 days now, and I loved my routine. Soak, cosy up with a book, say hi to the moon, eat delicious food, wear beautiful clothes, and chat with really friendly co-workers. The only thing was I was still scared of being discovered as a failed halfling. That weirdo with the pliers sometimes crept up in my dreams, and I'd wake up shaking. But ever since the night of the attack, Reed's wolf had stayed with me. He was there every night, and sometimes would show himself to me while I was out and about too. I didn't think anyone else could see him, but I still tried to be discreet. As I came out of the shower room, I saw Reed's wolf lounging on my couch. So, not that I'm complaining, but shouldn't you be with Reed? He needs you. Honestly, I had never seen a spirit wolf separated from its human. Clearly it was possible.
Run.
Why?
Danger here. Bad.
Wolf, I'm doing okay. I'm happy even. I lied. A low growl in his throat told me he caught me in the lie. Well, happy as I can be. I'm earning money, I have a beautiful place to stay, and I have favourite foods. I'm good.
Prepare.
He hopped off the couch and ran into the walk-in closet. He pawed at the brown leather duffel.
Prepare.
You want me to pack? He sat patiently, waiting for me to obey. I don't know why, but I decided to humour him. Well, I suppose I'd need some pants, some shirts, a good jacket. I tossed it all into the bag, not really looking at what I plucked out of the massive line of clothes. Oh, look, a dress. I'll toss that in there. A cashmere scarf. Such a muss this fall. I laughed at myself as I threw that in there too. The bag held my documents and Reed's shirts. Wolf Reed went to the bed and nosed at the hoodie. I looked at it, the only thing that mattered among all that I had. Why are we packing?
Prepare. Protect. Bad here.
I can't come home to you, Reed. You don't want me there.
I stay with you. We run together.
Confused, I sighed and tossed the hoodie into the bag.
Have to hide. Bury it.
I laughed. I'm not burying it, silly wolf. But I understood he wanted this bag to be away from here. A place I could go on the run quickly. A train station, perhaps. I had read enough mystery novels to know that they had lockers. That would be pretty easy, and it would make the wolf feel safer.
Bring your treasure.
The wolf woofed at the shoebox in the corner of my closet. It held untouched envelopes of cash. The Golden Leaf paid well, but they didn't give me time or a reason to spend it. When it came down to it, this was a little suspicious. Trixie had told me that cash was easiest for them. I hadn't taken time to put it into my account. I guess I could do it now. It made me chuckle that the wolf called this treasure. My treasure was the hoodie. If I hide this, will you go back to Reed? He huffed, unamused and unwilling to make that bargain. Fine, I'll just do it. It was pretty late at night, and I doubted anyone would see me, but the wolf insisted I prepared in secret. So I dropped the duffel from the balcony down into the bushes by the back stairs. I took the elevator down, said hi to the doorman, and came back in 5 minutes with some snacks. Here you go, Jimmy. I got you some chips too. I handed him the bag, drinking my soda. He smiled and wished me good night. I knew he would log my coming and going. Good. Alibi setup complete. I took the elevator back up and ran down the back stairs out of the building. I gathered my duffel and hailed a cab a block away. When I got to the station, I found my bank's ATM. The machine took a long time counting the bills I was depositing.
Treasure in bag.
Sighing, I put my debit card in the duffel instead of my wallet. I didn't need it anyway, as I rarely had to buy anything, and even if I did, I had a phone app for that. I was able to find lockers fairly quickly. It wasn't anything I imagined, as there were no keys needed for these lockers. I paid, stuffed the duffel into a medium locker, and got a ticket. Interesting. I put the ticket next to my library card in my otherwise empty wallet. The station was almost like a mini mall with all the shops that lined the walls. Surprisingly, there were still people bustling about. I noted there were late-night trains heading out of Province.
Run now.
I'm prepared to, but I'm not running tonight. I have a busy day tomorrow. Truth be told, as fun as this was, I was hoping the wolf would return to Reed and I would continue to work with Golden Leaf until they moved on to another model. The wolf was nervous for no reason. I mean, at first I thought the wolf was here to collect the debt I owed, but I sent that check and the wolf was still here. He just kept saying he was here to stay and to protect me. I returned within the hour. As the cab drove past my apartment building, I saw Jimmy eating the chips I got him. He was watching some game on TV. Clearly, he wasn't aware that I was gone. I remembered the first time I went shopping and took a few hours. The company scolded me and told me for anything other than a few minutes out, I needed to log it. It was a security issue, they said. It looked like my plan to sneak out worked, and I quickly went up the back stairs and back into my apartment. It was almost midnight. I had to rest up before my day at the spa. Any day at the spa was bound to be an ordeal with Trixie at the helm. The last time there were teams of people plucking my eyebrows and waxing my legs, but I had to be perfect for the gala. Apparently, it was also my grand introduction? I didn't really know, but I was told I would be on stage. I was nervous about that. The phantom wolf curled up next to me in my bed. I ran my hands through his fur, glad that he was here. I realised that even though I liked my job, this little adventure I just had was actually fun. I actually felt happy. With him here, I could breathe. I felt warm. I felt safe. Was this what having a wolf companion was like? I envied werewolves all the more. Then it occurred to me how much Reed must miss his wolf. The thought of Reed being alone made me feel worried and sad for him. Reed needs you. You need him, I whispered, knowing I couldn't keep the spirit wolf by my side.
I need you.
The wolf rumbled. The relief that I wouldn't be alone washed over me, and I felt selfish. I was sure the wolf missed Reed as much as I did. Reed's wolf nuzzled his snout against my cheek and gave it a quick lick. I hadn't realised the tear slowly sliding down my cheek until it hit my nose.
I see you, I see you, I see you, I see you.
The moon whispered. The harvest moon was in less than a week. Reed's ceremony was just days away. He would make a good alpha, if only his wolf would return to him. Once the wolf returned to Reed, I'd be alone again. And that was how the world should be. My hand clung to the phantom fur as I closed my eyes and forced myself to sleep.
I'm here. It's okay. I'm here. I'm here. It's okay.
I spent the morning sitting in my truck, parked across the street from the Golden Leaf office, waiting, hoping for a sign of Ari. People were hurriedly going in and out of there, but no Ari. This was impossible. I'll just have to catch her at the gala. I looked at the ticket that was given to me. On it was the location and website, and the dreaded words, black tie. Crap. I had to get a suit.
A day at the spa was both rejuvenating and terrifying as anticipated. There were places on my body that were buffed out that I didn't even know existed. Then there were my nails that were painted in such a dark red they almost looked black. I wasn't sure about the dark colour.
It works with the red dress, trust me. Okay, so no going out once home and drink your juice. I want you glowing on stage.
I will. But what am I expected to do on stage?
Oh, not much. Alvin will talk to the guests. I'll tell you when to go on stage, and you'll just stand there. Don't worry, I'll give you something to cover your ears so you won't be overwhelmed by the people and Alvin's boring speech. All you need to do is stand on stage for about 5 minutes, go back to the back room, and then once Alvin is done with the business stuff, it'll be time to party.
Trixie was practically bouncing as she walked me to the car.
I'll pick you up at 3. Oh, and eat up, the party won't have food.
I woke late the next morning, enjoying sleeping in.
Run.
Go back to him. Ignoring the wolf's growl, I made myself food. The wolf reminded me not to drink the juice, and so I poured out some into the sink. I didn't want Trixie to think I didn't do as she asked. Instead, I made myself milk tea and had a late morning soak while listening to music. I looked through my wardrobe and decided on my pre-dress casual clothes. Long curvy shirt, leggings, sneakers, cozy. I spent the last few hours finishing the mystery series, Book 12. Just as I finished the last page, Trixie came to the door. 3 already?
Yup, I've got your dress. Let's go.
Need to swing by the library. Don't worry, it's just dropping off. Trixie rolled her eyes but obliged the 5-minute detour. We headed out of town to the event location. The lawn was super green, the tents super white. Little fairy lights were already lit and ready for sundown. I could see tables being prepared with champagne glasses and flowers. The driver dropped us off in the back area where a dressing tent was set up for me. The dress was a beautiful dark red sleeveless gown. The skirt had a wrapped design, the satin fabric sweeping to the back elegantly.
See, like an upside-down calla lily.
It's beautiful. I smiled.
First thing, put this on.
It was shapewear. I knew the routine. Shapewear first, makeup and hair second, dress last.
Okay, now look at these.
Strappy high heels in gold and black. Pretty treacherous?
Oh, shush. You'll look perfect.
The sun was going down, and I could hear guests arriving.
It's almost time. Here, drink this juice.
Trixie left the juice and ran out of the room, leaving me alone.
Don't drink.
I sighed and poured the juice into one of the vases of flowers.
Ticket. Keep close. Treasure 2.
Silly wolf. But I listened. It didn't hurt me any to give the wolf peace of mind. I took the ticket and 100 out of my wallet and tucked it into my bra.